Hi, Greg Griffiths here from Ivanhoe Cycles. I'd just like to run you through some of the basics of cycle clothing, why we have it, why it's good, why it makes your cycling more enjoyable. So firstly, what I'm wearing currently, nicks and jersey, close fitting, means they're more comfortable when you're on the bike, and also you don't chafe against the saddle, and the jersey doesn't flap in the breeze, so it's not like a sail trying to slow you down. So most cycle clothing is made to be worn close fitting. If you prefer a jersey that's not as close fitting, then they are available also, but I always recommend that you get close fitting nicks just for the comfort of sitting in the saddle, for lack of chafing and for your own comfort, and the ability to ride the next day and then the next day if you wish, because if you get sore after one day cycling, that may take a week before you can get back on the bike. So it's good to have clothing that fits correctly to minimise pain, maximise performance. Other items that you need, and in most cases if you're a serious rider, you'll have clipless pedals, which require proper cycling shoes with a cleat fitted to the bottom. The cleat clicks into the pedal, and then you become one with the bike, so you become more efficient, more powerful. So cycling shoes are an essential part of getting past the recreational rider stage. If you just want to cruise around on a mountain bike or a cheaper hybrid with your runners on, that's fine. Anyone cycling is good, but if you want to get a bit more serious, then clipless pedals is a great thing. So specific bike shoes. Obviously, helmets are of utmost importance, so and correctly fitted and correctly worn. So most helmets these days have a dial at the back so you can adjust the fit to suit your head, and then the strap to be done up under your chin. Also recommended glasses. These are obviously sunglasses, but any sort of eye protection is good. And when you're cycling, you can get debris flying through the air. In springtime, there's magpies swooping, that type of thing. So it's eye protection from the elements as well as from the sun. So some sunglasses is also a good idea. And this is the basic summer kit. So for riding when the weather is nice, that's enough clothing and other bits and pieces to get you by, except for perhaps a pair of cycling gloves. For summertime, it's a short-fingered glove like this, or mitten as we call them, and for winter would be a longer-fingered, warmer glove like this. The days are a little cooler. You can get an item called arm warmers. So it's just a sleeve that covers your bare skin. Just pull them on, roll the sleeve up. The arm warmer goes under your jersey, and instantly you're protected from the cooling breeze. So particularly good if you're the sort of rider that gets out of a morning, perhaps does a ride before work. You know, it might be a nice summer's day coming up, but if it's still 8 or 10 degrees of a morning, that's one way to keep some of the chill off you. Another item that's also really good for those days where maybe it's just a little chilly is a vest. So just a sleeveless arrangement. Can just go over your jersey and offers that second layer of protection, particularly over your chest, so to keep your chest nice and warm so that you don't get a chill, keeps you warm. And if you are riding and you start to get warm, first thing is just undo it a little. You still have your jersey underneath, or you can take it off, and if you've practiced enough, you can do it while you're going along, but otherwise, roll it up, put it in your jersey pocket. So, and that's another important thing about jerseys. They have pockets in the rear. It's for your money, keys, wallet, food, or unused clothing. So that's also another thing about the cycling jerseys. For those, if you get to the winter stage and you're going to continue to keep riding, you can get a heavier jacket, which you can wear without the arm warmers. But in this case, I'll leave them on. And just pull the jersey. It's just a long sleeve jersey made from a heavier fabric than the normal short sleeve. And it's just a bit of warmth for winter time. And depending on your riding circumstances and your own body temperature, it may be necessary then to still wear the vest over the top in the middle of winter. Early of the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning on a winter's day, it can be very cold. So, other items that we have, as I mentioned with arm warmers, is the same thing but for the legs, called leg warmers. Some of them are shaped like this so that they fit your leg correctly, and these just slide on. Again, under the necks, and you have instantly warm leg. These are made from a fabric called Super Roubaix. It's a slightly, it's a thicker material than the jersey or the Nicks. Little woolly feel on the inside, very comfortable to wear. Certainly keep your legs warm. So wind chill is the killer of cyclists as far as comfort goes. You know, if we're riding at 30 or 40 kilometres an hour, the wind chill can be quite bad. So it's a winter kit, almost complete. Other things we can do is a small under helmet cap or a winter beanie, which is made from the same fabric as the leg warmers, the Super Roubaix. And that covers the ears, which also are obviously exposed if you wear a normal helmet. Put the helmet on, adjust it for the extra thickness of the cap. And winter riding, rather than the sunglasses, perhaps just some clear lens glasses. So it gives you that protection from debris that's flying through the air, rain, insects, this type of thing, and also doesn't obstruct the vision in low light situations. So you can have clear glasses like this, and it's just a bit of added protection in winter time. Probably the last item on the agenda, cycling with wet feet is never nice. So if we have our cycling shoes on, we can wear shoe covers. The shoe covers are designed to keep your shoes dry, your feet dry, and also a bit of added warmth. There's different fabrics. This one that I've chosen is a reflective material, so it, apart from protecting my feet, also keeps me generally a bit safer in that I can be seen a bit more easily by motorists. It's done a little easier sitting down. There we have a shoe cover which protects my foot, my shoe, from getting wet. It's particularly good for people who ride, say, to and from work or something like that. If you ride to work in the morning and it's raining, your shoes get wet. It's not nice to put them on at the end of the day and they'd be in wet shoes. So it means your shoes, you can ride all the time. So them would be the gloves. So shoe covers, leg covers, chest covered, hands covered, the beanie, the right way, and you're ready to cycle in the winter. So all these layers just mean it's convenient not to have a great big heavy jacket. If the weather changes, you can just take off one layer after the other and be suitable for all sort of situations. Hope that helps. We have all this gear in stock and much more as well. So if you need any help, drop in and see us and we'll help you out. Thanks.